students, after completing second chapter, today we start the third chapter of your biology course, and the lesson is diversity in living organism. Students, diversity in living organism. The term diversity is derived from the Latin word that means variety. Yes, students, that means variety. Variety in living organism. What is the means of this sequence? There is vast number of species present on our earth. Yes, students, there are millions of species are found on our earth, among which most of the microscopic that cannot be visualized by naked eye, they can be visualized under the microscope. Some are macroscopic and few are megascopic. Now students, at first, according to your syllabus, we are going to discuss on the topic biodiversity. Yes, students, biodiversity. Students, the term biodiversity was firstly coined by Walter G. Rosen. Walter G. Rosen was the scientist who gave the term biodiversity in 1985. Students, the biodiversity term is also derived from the Greek word bios, that means life, and diversity means richness of species. Richness of species, or you can say that organism. Thus, students, the term biodiversity may be defined as the study about the vast number of plants, animals, as well as other microorganisms that are found on our earth. Students, if we are talking about the number of species have been discovered till today, then it crossed the mark of 1.7 to 1.8 million. Yes, students, it crossed the mark of 1.7 to 1.8 millions of species have been discovered till today. It means 17 to 18 lakhs of animals, plants, as well as microorganism species have been discovered till today, among which about 1 to 1.5, or you can take it in Indian system of numeration, 10 to 10.5 lakhs. 10 to 10.5 lakh of plant species. Lakhs of plant species have been discovered till today, and if you going to define it in international system of numeration, then 1 to 1.05 million. This quantity of the plant species have been discovered till to date on our earth. And if you are going to talking about the animals, and other microorganism. Other microorganism, then you will find that about 6 to 6.5 million. 6 to 6.5 million of animal and other microorganism species have been discovered till to date. Students, this vast number of animal, plant as well as other microorganism, if we are going to talking about each and every species individually, then students, a normal life of a person of 60 or 60 plus years will be short. Why? Because individually study of each and every species, that includes the physical, morphological as well as anatomical studies. If we are going to study, then on each and every species there will be completed a book. If I take an example, to write an essay on any pet animals, then you shortly write 2 to 3 pages in which you only write where what is the common name, where the animals are found, what they eat, what they work perform, what is the color, shape, size and structure, how many body parts are present in their body. Like the common things you write in essay on a pet animal and just complete 2 to 3 pages. Likewise, if you are going to comparatively define the morphological and anatomical structure of each and every internal organs, then there will be a book is completed. So students, there is 1.8 to 1.8 million, 1.7 to 1.8 million, it means 17 to 18 lakh of animal as well as plant and other microorganism species. Then they individually study about this vast number of creatures makes a critical problem, because a lifespan of a person or man becomes short. So students, to study about such a vast number of species, there is need of classification. Yes students, there is need of classification. What is classification and what function it performs in the study of such vast number of species? Let's see. Students, classification. The term classification was given by Carolus Linnaeus. Carolus Linnaeus in 1751. He was the first Swedish biologist who gave the term classification and also classify the animals on the basis of similar and dissimilar characteristics among them, as well as the interaction and interrelationship among the animals can be also defined by the Carolus Linnaeus to classify the organism on the basis of similar and dissimilar characteristics. Now students, we may define the classification. Classification is a system of arrangement of the species on the basis of similar and dissimilar characteristics that are found in each and every organism or a group of organism. For taking example, a group of milk animals. It means the milk yielding animals group is a group that is usually reared, or you can say that domesticated for yielding milk. Likewise, the poultry farming is done for obtaining eggs. Likewise, more of the domesticated animals which are domesticated for yielding flesh or meat. Thus, students, this is a simple criteria through which a group can be defined. Likewise, the classification also deals the aspects, principles as well as rules that are identified on the basis of similar and dissimilar characteristics among the species. Students, if we are talking about this vast number of creatures, then it have the microorganism species like mycoplasma, like microscopic organism whose size is of 0.01 micrometer in diameter. This is microscopic. It is also called PPLO, pleuropneumonia-like organism, and it spread pneumonia disease in the newly born childs as well as the old age persons. Now, students, we take also an example of the vast creature among the animal species, the blue whale. Blue whale is of about 30 to 35 meter in length. 30 to 35 meter in length. Its mass, or you can say that weight, is of about equivalent to the 40 elephants weight. Yes, students, if you want to balance a whale with the elephant, then there is a requirement of 40 elephants to balance the equilibrium between a weight of a blue whale and an elephant. This is the largest creature of the kingdom Animalia. Likewise, students, Wolfia is the smallest. It is also known as duckweed. It is the smallest plant of the kingdom Plantae. And Sequoia, the redwood tree is the tallest, or you can say that highest tree among the kingdom Plantae. Its height is of about 165 meters. Yes, students, 165 meter. It means it may be 35 to 40 multi-story buildings height. If you want to visualize what the height it can be gained, then it can be compared with the 35 to 40 story building. 40 story building. This variation and varieties force to originate the term classification. That's why the Carolus Linnaeus is regarded as the father of classification. Now, students, after classification, there is need to give the group name to the species as well as the whole group, then there is a requirement of the another such a branch of biological science that is called taxonomy. Taxonomy. Students, what is taxonomy? It is derived from the Greek word taxa, that means group. That means group. And nomos. And nomos means to giving name. To giving name. Thus, we may define the taxonomy as a branch of biological science that deals about the rules, methods and principles to give the group name of the species which are grouped together on the basis of similar and dissimilar characteristics among them. Thus, students, we may define the taxonomy as a branch of biological science that deals the study about the principles, rules, methods to give the group name on the basis of similarities, dissimilarities, identification as well as classification of the organism. Students, with the help of taxonomy, the biological name should be given to the animals as well as plants. It means the zoological name and the botanical name is also followed by this branch of biology that is called taxonomy. Now students, we are going to know about the significance of classification. What are the important significance of classification? Important significance of classification. Students, the classification has following significance. First of all, it helps in identification of the species which have the similar characteristics. It provides a root-based study of the species which are interacted or interrelated with one another. It also helps in provide the study about the habitats, behavior, the geographical distribution of the species on the earth. That's why the classification is immensely important to know about the all over criteria of a species. It means it also helps in provide the knowledge about what kinds of biosphere reserves the species of organism deserve to survive. Thus, students, today we are able to know about what is the biodiversity and why is need of classification and how the process of classification is done, taxonomy and what kind of study is done on this branch of biological science, and what is the significance of the classification, and who is the father of classification and father of taxonomy. Yes, students, the Carolus Linnaeus is also regarded as the father of classification as well as father of taxonomy. taxonomy. Now students, in incoming lecture we will discuss on the biological, or you can say that the scientific name of species which are also given by the Carolus Linnaeus. It means binomial nomenclature system. Thanks students for joining today's lecture.